brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
We've got Chris from Nina. What's your thought this afternoon, Chris?
Oftentimes you have only one set of viewers that will watch Fox News or watch CNN. What I really actually love and respect from all your viewers is the fact that you tend to have viewers that think on both sides of the aisle. To
30
be
seconds.
open-minded, you need to be
Viewers.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who loves to watch true crime, but only if it's shoplifting, Pete Schwaba.
That is true. Oh my God, what a way to start the show. Sounded like
You want to do
Bonnie
over?
Tyler there. Could we do the whole thing over? Would that be crazy?
Yeah, okay, just a second.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay,
We don't have
this
to do the
is
whole
Nite
thing.
Lite
You don't
with
want
Pete
to.
I should
Schwaba,
just start talking?
your inside source on
No, it's up to
everything
you.
entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through
I'm
the
going to
night,
sound like an Irish tenor.
it's all right.
And now, a guy who once planted evidence so he could make a citizen's arrest, Pete Schwaba.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do a double intro, Mr. Aaron Zomers. Thank you. Welcome to Nite Lite. I am Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you here tonight, folks. It is a beautiful, I shouldn't say beautiful because the other night I got burned, but it is a gorgeous night, at least here in Madison. I hope it's lovely wherever you are across our state as we move through the evening. It's a Friday night. Be happy. Join the show. We're going to talk about some really fun stuff tonight. It's a Barman Friday night. Terry Barr is here. Is she here, Aaron Zomers?
I think so,
Sort of,
in a way.
in a way. We have a segment we're going to play with Terry Barr, our Bar Band Friday night you're all familiar with, and she is bringing great tunes as usual. We will play that at 7:30. She will not be here live, but she dropped by yesterday, and we did it. So it's great stuff, and it's Dana Perry is her name, this musician that Terry is introducing us to tonight. You are not going to want to miss that. She's just really terrific. At 6:35, it's funny that you just did a redo, AZ, because we need a redo with our 6:35 guest tonight. Frank Anderson, folks, of Wisconsinology.com, was supposed to be on the show Wednesday. But when I was talking about the beautiful weather Wednesday night here in Madison, they were having horrible storms up in northeast Wisconsin. My own house lost power, and we had trouble keeping Frank on the line. He had some issues, technical issues too. So we rescheduled him for tonight. He will be here at 6:35, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff. He has a site called Wisconsinology.com. Great Wisconsin stuff, weird stuff, historical stuff, famous stuff. Great stories about our state. It's a phenomenal website. Frank is also a director, producer, and musician. Very accomplished. I call him a showbiz renaissance man, and he is Appleton's own. So that's at 6:35. Aaron Zomers filling in for the K-Man, who is off. Well, Conrad was off last night, too, wasn't he?
I believe so.
We don't know what he's doing.
I don't.
I find that subpar. I need to know what Conrad is doing.
Maybe you can get him an ankle monitor or something?
Nite Lite ankle monitor.
Yes, a branded one.
I love that. Conrad is off. He will be back Tuesday night. And Aaron Zomer is sitting in. Aaron typically produces the Todd Alba show here on Civic Media. So if you don't listen to that, you should, but I'm sure you already do. Todd does great work, and Aaron is right there doing great work with him. Is it very different? This show can't be that much different to produce because Todd talks politics and current events, but he's also pretty, he likes to lighten it up every once in a
Yes,
while, right?
definitely. I would say I've produced many shows at Civic Media over my time here, and I would say that yours and Todd's not too different from each other.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's always fun to be a guest on your show, too. And we've had Todd on. He does a phenomenal job every time he's on the show. So it's great to have you, buddy. Thank you for all you've done all week. We've been here all week, folks, in Madison, broadcasting from Civic Media headquarters overlooking State Street. And it's been a really fun week. And Aaron Zomers has delivered, as he always does, when I'm here. Thank you to Dom. Thank you, everybody, for making it work. Luke Mathers, Corey Hartman, Aaron Greno, Sage Wild. Great stuff. Hey, we got a really fun question tonight. Should we get to that and then move on and talk about other stuff? Why don't we do that?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Let's get to the Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question. Domanda. Question.
Questions.
What is your favorite lake or body of water in Wisconsin? It's a fun one. We're known for our lakes. A lot of people don't realize this. Mostly in Minnesota, probably. But Wisconsin actually has many more lakes than Minnesota. Did you know that, Aaron?
I did, but from what I understand, it's because our definition of lake is more broad. And we accept smaller bodies of water than they do as lakes, I think.
Do you think that's like sort of spin from Minnesota?
It could be. It very well could be.
I'll tell you, the guy to ask is going to be here at 6:35, and that's why I kind of saved this question for tonight. Frank Anderson knows all about Wisconsin, so we'll run that by Frank. That sounds plausible, what you just said, but as far as I know, we do have more lakes than Minnesota. We just don't brag about it. We don't have to put it on a license plate, as it were. So that is our question of the night, folks. What is your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can text us on the app, very easy to use, or on the stream if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X. Let us know and be part of the show, and we'll read your text on the radio. Great fun. I'm going to say this is kind of a no-brainer for me because I grew up as a kid. I went up to the Three Lakes area to my grandma's cottage, and it was on a chain of lakes. There were 27 lakes in the chain, even though it was called Three Lakes. I've had that explained to me a few times and heard different things as to reasons why it's called Three Lakes. But Big Stone Lake is mine, just because I spent so much time running and catching Frisbees off the pier my whole childhood in the summer. That's all I remember is being in Three Lakes on Big Stone Lake at my grandma's cottage. So I'm going to say Big Stone Lake in the Three Lakes area. That is my favorite body of water. I live very close to Green Bay, the body of water, Green Bay, not the city. So I like that too. But in terms of being picturesque, I'm going to say Big Stone Lake and Three Lakes. What about you, Aaron? You got a favorite body of water?
I think I'm going to go with East Bearskin Lake, way up north in the Harshaw, Rhinelander type area. It's just one that I go fishing on with my dad a lot when we're up north. There's a few other ones in the area, Horsehead Lakes, Lake Catherine. A lot of good ones for fishing up there, but I know Bearskin is always fun because it has a lot of variety of shoreline.
Yeah.
Like some lakes you go fishing on and it's all about the same, but there's areas that are rockier, areas that are weedier. And so if you like to go and fish and want some variety in your day, that's a good place to go.
And that's in Rhinelander?
Around there.
Around Rhinelander. Did you say East Bearskin Lake?
Yes, I think I believe it's two lakes that are kind of split.
There has to
exactly
be a
sure.
West Bearskin Lake.
I believe
if
so.
You're calling one of them East, right? Okay. Well, that's cool. That's gorgeous. That's the same. We did the question the other day. Where does up north start? That's both of these, Big Stone and Bearskin, are both definitely up north.
Definitely.
But some people might say Lake Winnebago. I guess you could say Lake Michigan or Superior. Technically, they're touching Wisconsin, but I like the inland lakes. There's something so serene about them, and the trees surrounding the lake, and it's just more contained. And that's what I loved about Big Stone Lake in the Three Lakes area. It was big enough to water ski on. I never really did because I was a bad water skier, but you could go tubing. We did lots of that. There was all kinds of, it was big enough to do that, but it wasn't huge. You didn't get the big waves. And running off the pier was like the greatest thing ever. We would just do that all day. So share with us, folks. Be part of the show. What is your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water? I know a lot of people where I live, they do a lot of stuff on the Peshtigo River. They ski. There's all kinds of tubing and stuff like that, fishing on the Peshtigo River as well. I know there's lots of fishing holes up near Marinette Peshtigo. You could even, if your favorite body of water is a little fishing hole, that's okay too. There just has to be water involved. So let us know. That is our Nite Lite question of the night. Hope everybody is having a great Friday. I have to read this because our pal Bud from Janesville texted us over the night. He listens to the rebroadcast from 4 to 6 a.m., and he was referring to last night's guest, Steve Cochran. And he said, I love Steve Cochran! Exclamation point. I listened to him on WGN from the moment he started to the moment he was told to shut up and leave the building. He unfortunately knew that, quote, hand signal. Love your show, Bud from Janesville. He's referring to the hand signal. Dom was giving me hand signals last night, but I didn't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
I was looking. I didn't know if he was telling me to talk or shut up. So we had a laugh about that. And then Steve Cochran was on the line at the same time, and he goes, I've gotten a lot of hand signals from my bosses in radio. And I forgot to give Steve a plug last night. So check out at Cochran Show, Steve's website. I think you can listen to his show there as well, but he's got lots of fun stuff. And he's got podcasts too, which he's asked me to be on in a couple weeks. And it's called Anything But Politics, which is kind of what we do here for the most part. So it's great to have Steve on the show last night. Thank you for the text, Bud. So you said, all right, Caddyshack, this is a big anniversary today because Caddyshack dropped today, which was probably also a Friday in 1980. Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Brian Murray, Ted Knight, Rodney Dangerfield, just a fantastic cast and one of the iconic movies of my childhood. I was not a good golfer. I played golf a little bit, but I loved everything about Caddyshack. So that's a big anniversary today. So if you want to chime in, if you want to share something about Caddyshack, whatever it is, folks, throughout the course of the show, it's great to hear from you guys. So you're always welcome to comment on whatever we're talking about tonight. I think my favorite Caddyshack character, it's probably a toss-up between, you know what? I was going to say it's a toss-up between Ty Webb, played by Chevy Chase, and Carl, played by Bill Murray. But I'm going to break that tie and say Ted Knight, Judge Smales, because I feel like he gets as many laughs in that movie as anybody. And that line where they're in the pro shop, Rodney Dangerfield says, "Oh, this is the worst looking hat I've ever seen. When you buy a hat like this, I bet they give you a free bowl of soup." And he looks over and Ted Knight is wearing the hat. Maybe my favorite part of the whole movie. Beautiful stuff. So also, all right, you showed me also, Aaron, let's try to get to this before the break. I was reading today about how Trey Parker and Matt Stone had to fight to get that episode, the season premiere of season 27, South Park, on the air. Paramount, who had just fired Stephen Colbert, kept telling them no. And they showed junk on the air, but what allowed them to do that was they put eyes on it and made it a character.
And they had it talk.
And I don't know how much I can say here. I've been told I can have a little leeway because I'm on at night. But it's incredible that the stuff, and I've never even come close to being in rooms like those guys are, but what I've seen them shut down compared to what they got on the air is mind-blowing. And at Comic-Con, they said that they went back and forth with Paramount for 4 days saying, and Paramount would say, "You're not putting this on." And they were like, "We are putting that on," back and forth, back and forth. They just paid these guys $1.5 billion. And Parker and Stone won. And they got on what they their concession might have been putting eyes on it and giving it a voice.
Also, it moves in a very disjointed way. It is clearly, they could make the case that it's a creature. It's not actually
it looks like a finger.
Yeah,
So yeah, whatever they did, those guys are, well, they're brilliant writers, but just to get that through the studio system and get it on the air, I don't know if people understand what a challenge that had to have been, even for guys with an established track record like the South Park guys. It was fascinating. It was a fascinating read. All right. What is your favorite Wisconsin body of water or lake, river, fishing hole, whatever? Let us know. 855-752-4842. Let us know on the app. You can share your favorite Caddyshack character with us, too, if you like. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. We're coming back, reading your texts on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Madison. Real news and great conversation. 92.7 WMDX.
It's a party on the patio at the Lazy Oaf Lounge, and you're invited every Tuesday at 5:30. It's just Merle and a girl, and Thursdays on the patio feature singer-songwriter Shelley Faith.
Well, hey, bartender, won't you pour me a
Music starts at 5:30. It's live music on the patio at the Lazy Oaf Lounge every Tuesday and Thursday. The Lazy Oaf Lounge, 1617 North Stoughton Road in Madison. Find special
We've got Jack and Merrimack with the question of the night.
LazyOafLounge.com.
Herbal Aspect has landed. That's right, Madison's go-to cannabis destination.
I mean, he's on
now
the
with a
on the
brand new
phone.
Location in Sun Prairie.
Wait, 4 locations? That's a high level of convenience.
It should
With
show
3
up
Madison
on that
locations
TV
and
up
now
there.
Sun
Is that?
Prairie, a great cannabis
Are you able to read
experience
that?
is
I know
always close
Todd
by. Our expert
kinda
staff
can't.
is here to help, whether you walk in, call, or order online. Mention Radio
Yeah.
420 and get a special discount. So stop by Herbal Aspect in Sun Prairie, because great cannabis isn't just a pipe
Fair.
dream.
Nice. I'm rolling over now.
Herbal Aspect.
Right now, during the Verlo mattress clearance sale, you can save
In
even more.
Racine, they have another
Phenomenal
monitor
savings on 4
up
models of
like
discontinued
closer to where you're
mattresses,
sitting with the
but
phone
hurry to
lines
save
on it, and I think that's
soon.
even better. I think that's the plan to do in here eventually,
Save at
but
Verlo.
we'll see. Yes, I did recently. Yes and no. It's a very old building, and that has some issues with it. Like doors that react very strongly to humidity and most of the year do not close, or don't stay closed, or whatever it is. AC is on the fritz, but they're working on that. Maybe it's fixed by now, I'm not sure. When I was there, it wasn't really working. And it was over 80 in the studio.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Turn it up to 11. This is Atwood Fest. Saturday and Sunday, July 26th and 27th. Music starts at noon each day. 3
30
stages,
seconds.
30 bands, and plenty of craft.
I'm alright. Nobody but about me. Why you got to give me a fight? Can't you just let it be? I'm alright. Don't nobody worry about me.
Come on, Cyrus, take a verse.
You got to give me a fight. Why don't you just let me be? Do what you
Might be the
like.
first time I've ever sang on the show. Really? Maybe second. Hey, it's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Great to have you with me on this Friday night, coming to you live from downtown Madison. Frank Anderson, founder of Wisconsinology.com and a great Appletonian, will be here at 6:35. And then it is a bar band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here at 7:35 with a great artist she is featuring tonight. So you won't want to miss either one of those. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water? You can also share your favorite Caddyshack character, because Caddyshack premiered in 1980 on this day. So that makes it, 45 years ago?
I guess so,
Good
yeah.
Lord. Wow. Crazy. We have a phone call, I think, in regard to our question of the night, and it is Jack from Merrimack. Hey, buddy.
Hey, thanks for putting me on. I just want to say, first of all, that when I first heard about your show, I was a little skeptical. I primarily tuned into Civic Media for the political commentary and talk, but your show has just been fabulous. The entertainment
thank you.
and the guests that you have, just it's really been an enjoyable experience.
Thank you very much, Jack. Here's as political as I get, Jack. Love one another. How's that?
That sounds like, boy, we could all use some of that.
If only it were that easy, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for the nice words. Do you have a favorite lake in Wisconsin, Jack?
Yeah, I actually do. I have some wonderful memories of Shauna Lake up in near Shauna, Wisconsin.
Very nice.
The time I was probably 6 or 7 years old, every summer from then until probably I was 13 or 14, when we moved out of Green Bay, my mother and I would go up to Shawano Lake when school vacation started. My dad would work in Green Bay, and he would come up and join us on the weekend. Sometimes he'd get a 3-day weekend with us, and it was just a wonderful experience. I spent many, many days just hanging out on the waters, fishing, or even swimming. Where our cottage was, my grandparents' cottage, really, where that was. It was not real great swimming, but we could walk from there down to the county park, and there was a good swimming beach down there. Just a wonderful lake and a wonderful experience. And by the way, the fishing was terrific.
Jack, that is fantastic. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the call, and thank you for the nice words. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is very well put. I could not have said it better myself. What Jack just described, is magical. That is the Wisconsin lake experience, the Wisconsin summer lake experience, whether it's just on the weekends or you live close to a place like that year round, fishing, swimming. I mean, it's just, it doesn't get any better than that. And that's why, I mean, seriously, if Wisconsin was not so cold in the winter, there would be 15 million people living here.
I think that's very possible.
It's that beautiful and it's that fun in the summer. It's just those damn winters. Let's go to our social media text. Let's read the responses today. Daniel Wheeler says, Turtle Lake in Lilly, Wisconsin. I've heard of Turtle Lake. My childhood friend in my neighborhood used to go all the way up to Turtle Lake, which I believe is like northwest in Wisconsin.
I think so.
I think it is. Daniel says, a gorgeous little lake filled with smallmouth bass and surrounded by steep hills of pine and birch. Just make sure you're off the water before sunset. That's when the turtles come out. Daniel, that sounds like a fun little horror film with the horrible turtles. Love it. Thank you, buddy. Monica Hill says, Lake Monona, because I love the drive down John Nolan at night with the city lights reflecting on the water.
That is beautiful. That's true.
How sad is it that I didn't even think of the two lakes we have here in Madison? Because sitting out at the Union at night, and I've seen movies where that's Mendota, right? I always get them confused.
I get them confused too. I haven't lived here that long.
One of the lakes. But the one that's by the Union is just stunning at night. So I would have to put that on my list as well. Vince Moranto, fellow former, he's still a comedian, a Chicago comedian, says Lake Geneva is literally 20 minutes from me. So I'll go with that. Yeah, Lake Geneva is pretty nice too. Great answer so far. Let's go to the text line and see what is cooking there. Mark from Prairie du Sac says, I'll always have a soft spot for Lake Superior. My grandparents actually had land on it. They moved there during the Great Depression, leaving electricity more or less behind until the REA came along and brought it to Herbster. Do you know what the REA is?
I don't know.
Okay. I remember collecting green sea glass on their little beach. One time I found a big butter knife floating in the water that must have fallen off a laker. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. We got another call? Wait a minute. This is one of my favorite Wisconsin lakes, and she's on the phone right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Lake. How are you, my friend?
Are you in my station right now?
I am. I've been here all week.
What the hell?
I keep missing you.
Oh, my God. I know. Well, I don't work nights, for God's sakes. I'm doing the mornings. I'm hanging out with Don and Gordy. But I love listening to you.
I hung out with them the other day. I was on their show, and they were filling in for Maggie, and those guys are so much fun. We had a blast.
They adore you, too. They want to have you get up in the morning and be with them, but it's too damn early.
I'll do it. I told them I'll do it. I'd make an exception. I go on Don Rosen's show sometimes. I'll go on their show. I love it.
Yeah, well, if you go on Don's, you got to go on John's.
That's right.
So, no, I'm calling also because I adore your question. You are sitting between the two lakes, the only ones that matter.
I know.
The only ones, Monona. That's all you got to know.
I don't know about the only ones, but they're both phenomenal.
The only ones. For the rest of them, I don't know what you got in Green Bay, but Michigan, that's okay. If you're on the coast, we got our station in Racine, and the beautiful state of Wisconsin. I swear to God.
And here in Madison, we have Catherine Lake.
We have Catherine.
We have to get to the news. Catherine, it was great to hear from you. Is she still there?
Yeah.
Did you bump her?
I did.
How dare you? We're coming right back with Frank Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba.
Madison's real news and great conversation. 92.7 WMDX. Come work with us. Civic Media has a number of great jobs across the state. Open now at civicmedia.us/careers.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh wraps up this weekend. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy was back home in Wisconsin this week to attend. While here, he said the recently passed Big Beautiful Bill includes $12.5 billion to modernize the FAA's air traffic control system. Joanne Krulatz reports.
Duffy said that will include updating the FAA's telecom system and replacing aging radar. Duffy, a former Wisconsin congressman also serving as interim director of NASA, says it will take some time to complete all the work, but it will get done or President Donald Trump will fire me. Duffy also announced a new FAA rule that removes what he called outdated regulations that have impeded innovation and safety in the recreational light sport aviation sector.
During AirVenture, Wisconsin becomes home to the busiest airspace in the world. Last year, the festival set a new attendance record. 686,000 people were there in Oshkosh. And this seems to be a new tradition when big acts come here to Madison. Coldplay donated keyboards to the Madison Area Music Association after their show at Camp Randall. The nonprofit works to ensure every kid has access to music education. Executive Director Dana Perry says they're honored to accept the donation. Kids haven't gotten to play on them yet, but she says when they do, they're going to be thrilled. And today wraps up Madison Restaurant Week. Dozens of restaurants are participating with specials on their menus. That includes Heritage Tavern, Tex Tubbs Taco Palace, Merchant, Buck and Honey's, Nano's. The list just goes on and on. Most of those are multi-course meals for $30. Some even have lunch specials for $20. Today is your last chance to check them all out. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. You're listening to 92.7 WMDX News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Phineas and Ferb are coming back in 2026. Season 5 is currently on the air, but it's being called a revival. At Comic-Con last week in San Diego, the producers celebrated said revival of the Disney show, which launched 10 new episodes June 5th and announced that the next batch of episodes will drop next year. Phineas and Ferb debuted in 2007, but went off the air in 2015. The USA Network has announced it has canceled Resident Alien, despite the show carving out a nice following over its 4 seasons. The announcement was made right before the season 4 finale last week. The sci-fi comedy is about an alien who is also a doctor in a small town and tries to conceal his identity. The show is based on a book of the same title. Executive producer Chris Sheridan says he wasn't totally caught off guard by the surprise, and for what it's worth, says the season 4 finale episode is his favorite of the whole series. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Join the family. Civic Media has a number of great jobs across the state. Open now at civicmedia.us/careers.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. For tonight, we'll see some showers developing. Mostly cloudy skies, some patchy fog. Our morning low in the upper 60s with a light east breeze. On Saturday, showers and storms, especially the first half of the day, then turning sunny and mid-80s. It's 81 at our studios.
The John and Gordy Show.
Never regret having an adjustable bed frame. We got 2 twins, put them together, so each of us could adjust the bed frame the way we want.
You and Ann, your wife.
Yes, with
not
Ann.
Talking about John and Gordy. Just clear. People are raising their eyebrows. We're only here for 2 hours. 6 to 8 a.m.
Weekday morning, 6 till 8 on 92.7 WMDX and the Civic Media app. The Todd Albaugh Show.
Joe Thomas grew up in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and had Hall of Fame football careers with the Badgers and Cleveland Browns. So what's his passion now? Well, join us Tuesday when Joe Thomas sits down with Brady Ewing and me for a special on-location show from 6 Springs.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Is that over already?
It was a request.
Who requested that, Frank?
Me. Do you know who that famous voice is? That's Vic Perrin from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
I knew there was a Wisconsin connection there.
And the creator of Outer Limits, of course, was Leslie Stevens, who got his big break in show business courtesy our very own Orson Welles.
Oh, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the voice of the one and only Frank Anderson, who is the founder of Wisconsinology.com and a music producer, movie producer, director, musician, just a showbiz renaissance man. And we tried to have Frank the other night, but there were all kinds of storms up in Northeast Wisconsin. So, Frank, thank you for being available tonight. I'm glad we got to have this talk finally.
Well, I am available. I have a half hour left before I have to go on stage.
Where are you going on stage?
Just a local thing. It's in Appleton.
Oh, very nice. Do you have anything to do with Mile of Music?
Did.
Okay. Uh-oh. What
No,
happened,
not
Frank?
bad. I think it's fantastic. It changed the whole city.
Yeah.
Changed everything. I mean, we live in cover band land, USA, right?
Yeah.
Every year, the cover band of the year, if there is such an award. Well, there is. It goes to someone from Green Bay or Appleton or Oshkosh.
Yes.
And, that's all there was to aspire to. You know, when I become a musician, I want to be able to copy other musicians like nobody ever copied them. You know, and there was a lack of originality. And by the way, little helpful hint to all budding musicians out there. The whole idea of becoming one is to not sound like anyone else or be like anyone else. That's it.
Yeah, no, listen, that's great advice. Like to any artist, all you have is your personality. That's what sets you apart. Absolutely, Frank. And I will say, Northeast Wisconsin does have some amazing cover bands, but I totally hear what you're saying.
Oh, they're extraordinary.
Yeah.
The first day I was in Appleton when I moved here, I was standing in line for coffee, and the lady in front of me goes, "You know, that Vic Ferrari, you close your eyes when you listen to him and you think you're listening to the record." And I suppose that's the highest compliment that a cover band can. And I didn't know what any of those things meant. Then I discovered every damn band in the valley was a cover band.
Well, you've played with enough bands. I mean, you've played with Butch Vig and all these huge musicians.
I only played with bands that had original material.
Yeah.
I played with, bar bands when I was a teenager, but that soon ended. Yeah, so it's all a mystery to me, but I guess they're very well paid, and that's all you need.
There you go. That's right. Hey, speaking of bands, and I wasn't going to lead with this, but since we're on the topic, Spinal Tap 2 is coming out. What do you feel about that, Frank? Did you like the first one?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was fantastic. And I was in a theater full of people, young people, well, I was young then, who thought that they were a real band. They didn't get the satire at all.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You know what? I have to say, when I was doing stand-up, I was working at some one-night gig in Minnesota, and we were talking about late-night TV. And the DJ who introduced the comics said, well, Leno does his thing and Letterman does his thing. And then Larry Sanders, he does like a whole different thing, which I find really interesting. He thought Larry Sanders was an actual late night talk show host that showed you mostly behind the scenes stuff, which it kind of was. But I'm like, if this guy's kidding, he's totally fished me in, and I've fallen for it. But it was just a beautiful moment.
Oh, he's not kidding.
No.
I've run into many like that, and no slam on them. I mean, Larry, he really sold it.
Oh, he sure did. It was a great show.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what got me, I mean, we have you on regardless every so often, Frank, but what really caught my attention was the Davy Crockett statue in Neenah. And I thought, I knew Frank would have something on this. Sure enough, yeah.
For all the people who aren't familiar with Neenah, a local philanthropist named John Bergstrom is buying all these statues for Neenah. So you have if you go through town, you'll see Ben Franklin, you'll see Abraham Lincoln sitting on a bench, you'll see Thomas Jefferson sitting on a bench, you'll see, for some reason, you'll see Ronald. Of course, we know why. Ronald Reagan on a street corner waving at everybody. Yeah. And well, Davy Crockett has now joined the group.
So what's the deal there? It's such an eclectic.
Oh, I know, and I got to hand it to him though. He also has the Statue of Liberty, which is really the most hated symbol among the people of the right wing. Oh, really? I've heard it's a point of contention with them. Send away your hungry, your poor, your people needing to be free. We don't, that's their whole message.
Frank, what?
And I'm not swearing. Did you hear me?
No, I know. The two things, Aaron, that I always tell Frank.
My wife, I wouldn't swear on Pete Schwaba's show anymore, and I'm sticking to it.
Dagnammit. Whenever Frank is on, I say, Frank, I don't do politics, and you can't swear because it's the radio. And he always somehow manages to shoehorn a borderline swear or political thing in there. All right. So, Frank, one of the things I give you credit for, which is really phenomenal, Frank Anderson is my guest, by the way, a founder of Wisconsinology.com, a must follow or visit, is your ability to tie everything that's ever happened in the world to Wisconsin. And I'm exaggerating
the
slightly.
The entire modern world is built on Wisconsin ideas. The entire modern world.
Well, you might have a point there.
From stuff in your kitchen to the grand concept that Medicare is good.
Very fair point. Very well said. Yeah. But what I want to ask you about is this. There was a mob hit that you posted about on Facebook. And you took credit on behalf of our state for Milwaukee trying to off Lefty Rosenthal, who was a Chicago numbers guy, in a Vegas. I think it was at a Tony Romo's in Las Vegas.
That is correct. And he is played by De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Casino.
That's right.
Roughly played, loosely based. But that car bomb that opens the entire movie is not loosely based. That actually happened.
Correct. And
so I wrote, because the man behind the hit was from Milwaukee, Frank Balistreri. Frank the Mad Bomber Balistreri. I wrote, Packers, Badgers, car bomb. We rule.
On Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wait a minute. But is that okay? Because Lefty Rosenthal was like a business guy for the mob, for the Chicago outfit. They try to take him out, and there was some kind of weird plate in the bottom of the car that saved his life, and he lived, and then he kind of went away to protect himself.
They were so poorly. Do you remember 70s cars, Pete?
Yeah.
They're all crap. They were like crap. They were barely thrown together.
Right.
Every one I ever had just melted in 2 weeks. And Cadillac was severely unbalanced, they found on the road. So by putting a metal plate onto the driver's seat, it gave it a balance to this particular model Cadillac. And that saved his life because the bomb was right under there.
That is unbelievable. Okay, so what I didn't know was I'm familiar with the Balistreri family in Milwaukee, and there are different Balistraris. I'm not lumping all of them
There's
into.
tons of them.
Yeah,
There's tons of them.
and they're not
You
all
cannot
in the
ball
mob,
it.
right?
No.
But I know when I worked the Comedy Cafe that there were, some of the people there knew Frank Balistreri, but you're connecting him to this bombing. What do you mean? Like, is this something like the Chicago mob farmed out and said, "Hey, take care of this for us," or how directly was?
No.
Okay.
No. Once again, on Wisconsin. No, the Milwaukee mob moved in big time. They wanted more of it.
And that's why that happened?
The Milwaukee mob is significant in 70s Vegas action. And
right.
I remember the Vegas of the 70s. It was transition. They were arguing whether to go to family format or be more family friendly like they are now, and to get away from hardcore gambling, but still be in hardcore gambling.
Right.
But it was a transition time. The places were really empty back then.
Wow.
And it was hard attracting. You had to have a major star up there. You had to have a Tom Jones. You had to have a Dean Martin.
Sure.
You couldn't settle for Sherry Lewis and her puppets, or or Buddy Hackett. And even with Buddy Hackett, that just didn't do it anymore. And so the Milwaukee mob kind of flexed its muscle there for a little while.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so recently, I want to just ask you about this. There was this great screening at the new Atwood Music Hall here in Madison. Did you go to that? It was Wendy Schneider's film, The Smart Studios, based on Butch Vig and Steve Marker. How did that go? How was that, Frank?
It was fantastic. Wendy did such a great job.
She's great.
And you'd be very ashamed of me watching it, because I was counting the number of times I appear. And versus, hold it, this is the reason, versus how many times Billy Corgan appeared in the documentary, because he's all over it, right?
Right.
But I beat him.
You're all over that documentary.
I was keeping score. I go, Billy, I got you by 3. You got 5 minutes left to settle it.
Oh my, Frank, there was a time about 7 years ago where within the course of a week, I was watching documentaries and you had either directed or were in like 4 of them. I'm like, oh my God. And we had just become friends. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? But that's impressive. And
Let's
you
keep it that way.
Yeah, right. You spent some time in those circles and you were great in the documentary. That's really exciting.
I'm really not as a documentary filmmaker, because I get bored so quick. But many of my friends who had me involved in areas that I'm actually good at, like animation or whatever, or as a talking head, were kind enough to involve me. I mean, as a documentary filmmaker, you have to really dig into your subject, and you got to show up every day, sometimes for years, to let a story unfold or to find a story. I'm good for one day.
Well, I hope you're good for a few more minutes. We're going to do a really fast break here. We're coming right back, and I'm going to ask Frank about Sydney Sweeney. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is saying the word bag instead of bag. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Get ready, Madison. Elsa's Own Jarocho is now open on Plaza Drive. 5-star authentic Mexican cuisine. Fresh, homemade, and the best prices in town. See why one review said, best tacos I've ever had in my life. Elsa's Own Jarocho. You won't leave hungry, just happy.
Are you ready to crack open something amazing? Whether it's a fresh pistachio or the keys to your dream home, we've got you covered. Just like pistachios, the best homes are worth the wait. And once you find the perfect one, it is so satisfying. At Aaron Weber Group, we help you find homes that are as irresistible as a handful of pistachios. So whether you're house hunting or just snacking, remember, great things come in shells and in the perfect 4 walls. Call Aaron Weber Group, powered by Compass today, and let's get you into a home that's a real treat.
This is Chad Spate. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed by the hatred and misinformation that consumes our world, but I also know that we cannot build a house of justice and inclusion on a foundation of hatred and lies. We have to practice what we preach. At Chad's Design Build, we confront injustice the same way we confront a poorly built home, with love, compassion, intelligence, and persistence. We engage our community the way we engage our clients, with honesty and humility and the dogged determination that we can do better. Chad's Design Build, remodeling done well with love.
I'm Dan Schaefer. Let's recombobulate. After weeks of speculation, Governor Tony Evers has finally made his decision. He is not running for a third term. Evers has had an accomplished career as a dedicated public servant for 5 decades and has been a terrific governor for the state of Wisconsin these last 6+ years, and we should be grateful for his time in office. It's been a job well done. But all things must pass. In making this decision to step aside and not seek another term, Tony Evers is doing what he has done time and time again. He's doing the right thing. And perhaps in making this decision, Governor Evers can be the one to turn the tide on the Democratic Party's unwillingness to pass the torch to the next generation. In his own unassuming way, the mild-mannered former science teacher who became Wisconsin's governor can be an example to Democrats across the nation. Because we know what happens in Wisconsin politics often has ramifications that reach well beyond the state's borders.
Find all of Dan's work at the Recombobulation area.
Turn it up to 11. This is Atwood Fest. Saturday and Sunday, July 26th and 27th. Music starts at noon each day. 3 stages, 30 bands, and plenty of craft and food vendors. Saturday night on the big stage is Fed Function into VO5. And Sunday opens with Steely Dan and closes with the Brothers Almanac, a tribute to the Allman Brothers. For more information and live music schedule, go to atwoodfest.com.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call.
Right now. This is more music from Caddyshack.
I thought it was Caddyshack. It was the supper club scene.
Yeah.
I didn't know if this was another one of Frank's requests or not. So, welcome back to Nite Lite. I'm Pete Schwaba. It's a Bar Band Friday night, folks. Terry Barr will be here at 7:35 with new music and sparkling conversation. What is your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water? That is tonight's question. You can also share your favorite Caddyshack character if you like. Caddyshack is 45 years old as of today. Frank Anderson is my guest right now. The always fun Frank Anderson. Check out wisconsinology.com and or listen to us talk right here. That's even better. Hey, Frank, do you have a favorite body of water in Wisconsin?
Lake Winnebago.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, because it's near me.
Well done.
Because I'm speaking up for my region.
There you go. I love that.
All my answers will be things that are made here.
Northeast Wisconsin.
Whatever. Yeah.
Hey, you posted something the other day. I don't know if it was probably Facebook, but about Pamela Anderson's comeback.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
She's actually a really good actor. And, you know,
she always was.
Yeah, it's just that sex tape that made her, well, Baywatch didn't help either.
Before that, yeah. She was, they find a peg hole for you and they stick you there in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how many, powerful older men she had to fight off in her entire life and her career. She's a real hero.
Yeah.
And a great actress.
Getting a lot of props for the last couple projects she's done, the Showgirl, and then this new project that she just did recently.
Absolutely. Which is what is it?
I know I can't.
Camino Real by Tennessee.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and that Tennessee Williams. That's he's no slouch.
He's back, baby.
Yeah.
He's back.
Thanks to Pamela Anderson.
Forgot about him for 30 years, but he's back.
You did a post too about this new Sydney Sweeney movie, Americana, which I was not aware of. It hits theaters. I think it hits theaters August 15th, 2025. But she's supposed to be really good in that.
Coming attraction. She's fantastic. I don't know the accent. I urge everyone out there to look up the trailer for Americana, which opens this summer, and go to YouTube and watch that trailer and tell me if you understand a single word Sydney Sweeney says. I love it. I love it that she made up this, or found someone with this wonderful accent.
Oh,
and
funny.
I love accents. She's great.
She has a bar of soap. I don't know if you were aware of this, Frank, but that is supposed to be like, it's based on her bathwater. They somehow have found a way to infuse Sydney Sweeney's bathwater into soap. Because men are very lonely.
It sold out immediately.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's what a sucker I am.
Is our entire nation sick?
Yes. There are a lot of lonely people who only live online. And here's how I believe this, Frank. Somebody, as a hoax, put a bar of soap with a hole in the middle and said that was the Sydney Sweeney soap. And I believed it. And it was just a joke. But I thought, I bet people would buy that.
I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it.
I know.
Oh, my God. I bet she's the object of many much older, powerful men, too.
Probably.
Like Pamela.
Dealing with the same stuff.
Oh, there's a great word for them I just learned. These guys who date people who are 30 years younger than they are, they're called schnizzlers.
Schnizzlers? I never heard that.
Schnizzlers. Spread that one around.
Is this a Wisconsinology thing, or did you just make that up, or is that a real thing?
Actually, a friend of mine made it up, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's catchy.
So every time I see someone with a 30-year-old, younger, 20-year-old, Donald Trump's a schnizzler. The Rolling Stones are schnizzlers. They're all around us.
We're awash in schnizzlers.
We're awash.
Hey, I know you have to go. I think did you have dinner planned? Or no, you're going to a gig. You got a gig, right?
Oh, that's right. I'm right at the gig. It's no big deal.
Oh, okay. All right. I wanted to ask you, Jack Pierce, I saw this. I don't remember if it was Wisconsinology or your Facebook. The Man Who Laughs from 1926 to 1928. This is where the Joker came from. Is that right? And you tied this to Wisconsin.
That's right. Yeah.
Expertly. I love it.
Well, it's kind of tied to Wisconsin, but the great part is, two young boys watching that movie, The Man Who Laughs. And if I were you, I'd watch it. It is an amazing movie.
Wow.
And they watched it, and they grew up, of course, to be the comic artists of Batman. And they never forgot Conrad Veidt as Gwynplaine. It's a famous novel, The Man Who Laughs, Alexander Dumas. And it was a huge hit in its time. The boys never forgotten. They pasted that smile right on their character, the Joker.
That is so great. From 1926 to 1928. That's not a talkie, right?
No, I think it has sound synchronization. Some effects that are synchronized.
Okay.
But I hate talkies, so...
Oh,
it's
that's
right
funny.
up my alley.
That's great. Check out Wisconsinology, folks. Wisconsinology.com. Frank Anderson. Frank, what do you?
Can I make a quick shout out?
Absolutely, and tell us people where you're playing. If people are listening in Northeast Wisconsin, we got about 40 seconds.
It's a private party.
Oh, okay.
But I want a big shout out to Christina Laurie, your guest last week from Up North News. She's not there anymore. She is on her own, and if you check her out on Facebook, it's a great source of. Actually, she keeps it up every 30 minutes. She's got a new post about Wisconsin.
Oh, that's so great! Yeah, I just heard about that last week, and you guys are kindred spirits with your love for our state. So, hey, thank you, buddy.
I think we are, but she's great.
Thanks so much, Frank. Crush
Thank
it
you.
at the gig, and can't wait to do this again.
I'll see you soon.
All right, Frank Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, check out Wisconsinology.com. We are coming back with Act 2 right after intermission here. More Caddyshack music as we segue into Act 2 here at Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba.
This is is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's home for real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. A suspect is in custody after a deadly shooting at the University of New Mexico this morning. Campus police say shots were fired at a student housing complex. The suspect arrested by U.S. Marshals at an apartment. A Southwest flight from Burbank to Las Vegas violently dropped hundreds of feet this afternoon as a pilot tried to avoid a midair collision with an old former British fighter jet.
It's not clear why that 66-year-old retired fighter jet was in the area or how close it was to that Southwest plane, but 2 flight attendants were injured, and the FAA is now investigating.
ABC's Trevor Ault. Lori Daybell, the so-called doomsday mother who was convicted of killing her children and 5th husband's wife in Idaho, has been sentenced in Arizona to 2 more life sentences. On top of the life term she's already been serving in Idaho. Sources say it was Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell herself that initiated the meeting yesterday and today with the Justice Department. She answered questions for about 9 hours. This is ABC News.
Rebuilding and refreshing local radio one station at a time. This Civic Media radio station is proud to be a part of your community. Learn more at civicmedia.us.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. We've now got 4 people running for governor in 2026. After Governor Tony Evers announced he would not be seeking a 3rd term yesterday, this morning his Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez announced her campaign. Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley says he intends to enter the race too. Meanwhile, there's speculation Josh Call, Sarah Godlewski, Kelda Roys, and Cavalier Johnson could run as well. On the Republican side, 2 candidates have already thrown their hats in the ring. But could a former Wisconsin governor come back for a non-consecutive term, just like President Donald Trump did? Lisa Hale reports.
With Governor Tony Evers' announcement yesterday that he would not seek a 3rd term in the state's highest office, politicians on both sides are wondering who will run in the first gubernatorial race without an incumbent in 16 years. 2 Republicans have already declared their candidacy. Josh Schoeman, the Washington County executive, and Bill Berrien, the Trump-aligned businessman. Interestingly enough, former Republican Governor Scott Walker teased a run on the social media platform X by posting photos of a red hat with "Make Wisconsin Great Again" on the front and 4547 on the side. Now, while 4547 references President Donald Trump as the 45th and 47th president, coincidentally, if he ran and if he won, Walker would be Wisconsin's 45th and 47th governor.
Meanwhile, that woman who was attacked by a bear up in Barron County is now recovering at home. The 69-year-old woman was near her home in Cumberland on July 12th when the bear charged her. She managed to escape and call for help. Law enforcement shot at the bear when they got to the scene, but it got away. And officials from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources have not been able to track it down yet. When they do, they say they'll euthanize the animal. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
Watch out for Matthew Golden. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from the Packers training camp, where rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden is turning heads on the practice field. The first-round pick catching short passes, then turning upfield for big gains. Packers safety Evan Williams.
Obviously, it's the first couple days, so we'll see how he can consistently go. But, I mean, to know that you have a guy like that that can, bring a level of explosiveness to the offense, it's exciting, man.
Baseball, the Brewers opening a series against the Marlins in Milwaukee. Will they make a trade before the deadline next week? Pat Murphy says, let's not discuss in front of the players.
You just can't let it get in there. I'll answer questions. I'll openly talk about different things that they're discussing, but that's their job, the front office, and they do a great job of it. Yeah, I'm just worried about this club, the group in the clubhouse right now, and what's going on with them, and I don't want them looking over their shoulder or whatever, and I just want them thinking about, hey, how can I help the team win tonight? How do I help?
That's Brewers manager Pat Murphy with Sports on Mike Clemens.
As Wisconsin is saying the word bag instead of bag. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. For tonight, we'll see some showers developing, mostly cloudy skies, some patchy fog. Our morning low in the upper 60s with a light east breeze. On Saturday, showers and storms, especially the first half of the day, then turning sunny and mid-80s. Currently 80 degrees.
John Peterson and Gordy Young.
On our Monday show, it's National Water Park Day, and we've got tickets to Chula Vista's Water Park.
And also check out our John and Gordy I Survive Atwood Fest t-shirt.
Listen to them weekday mornings, 6 till 8.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
Joe Thomas grew up in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and had Hall of Fame football careers with the Badgers and Cleveland Browns. So what's his passion now? Well, join us Tuesday when Joe Thomas sits down with Brady Ewing and me for a special on-location show from Six Springs Farm, the home to Hall of Fame beef. Catching up with Joe Thomas, Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss it.
The Todd Albaugh Show, weekdays 2 to 4 on your local Civic Media radio station and on the app. The John and Gordy Show.
I'm damn awful tired of dealing with flat forks. Who made flat forks in the first place? They could have cupped it just a little bit, right? No one likes forks. Am I the only one?
Maybe.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who once tore his ACL playing chess, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to a beautiful night here in Wisconsin. I don't know where you are, but I hope it's a lovely evening wherever you are. It is gorgeous here in the studio, probably 70 degrees, not much humidity. Would you agree with that, Aaron?
I would say so. Thankfully, much different from outside.
Yeah, that is the voice of Aaron Zommers filling in for the K-Man tonight. Aaron has been a huge help all week as I've been doing the show here from Civic Media headquarters, which is always fun. And shout out to Luke Mathers and Sage and Corey and Aaron and Zommers and Dom and Todd Albaugh, just for the heck of it, because he's a swell guy. And it's nice to see people. It's good to be in Madison. Hope you're having a great night wherever you are. We are officially at the weekend, folks. So rejoice and sit back and listen to the radio and be part of the show if you would. We had a great first hour. Frank Anderson was here, the founder of Wisconsinology.com. Frank is a great Wisconsinite and a lot of fun to talk to. He ties everything to Wisconsin, and he did. He gave credit to Wisconsin for creating the Joker, because the two people who actually created the character of the Joker in Batman saw a silent movie here in Wisconsin and used that as inspiration. And it's unbelievable how Frank can do that.
Oh, so, I do have a question. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, he would not have posted it. Like, he is a research fiend.
Okay, I believe it.
Buff.
I'm not as familiar with his work.
No, that's a good question, though, because anybody could say that, but Frank does the legwork. So it was great to talk to Frank and catch up with Frank. We got sidetracked on Wednesday due to weather, so he was able to come here tonight. It is a bar band Friday night. We do that every week here, just about every week, when Terry Barr, our Wisconsin music expert and one of the hosts of Max Inc. Radio here on WMDX, which you can hear every Saturday night from now, I believe it's 6 to 9 p.m. And check out the podcasts at civicmedia.us. Great show. Terry will be here shortly. That is pre-recorded content, so the last live segment will be up until the news at the bottom of the hour, and then we'll play my interview from Terry from yesterday with Aaron Zommers assisting on that as well. Does Todd be like, when he sees you doing all this stuff, is he like, do not get comfortable with Schwaba?
Not really. I don't think he's too picky about that.
He's pretty secure.
I think so. Yeah.
As is Conrad. I'm just not trying to start rumors here, Aaron. That's all I'm saying.
That's all good. Okay. I think I would be able to handle the both, at least for a time,
until Conrad came back. Dom and I were joking last night that Conrad is just horsing around. That's why he took a couple days off, because I don't know what he's doing. And it's not my business, but typically I do ask him. One night he took the night off because he got a tattoo. Then he went to the draft, but this time I didn't ask him, so I don't know what's going on.
I still think a branded ankle monitor, you just give it to him and say it's merch, and he's got to rep the brand of Nite Lite.
I'd just like to know where you are. I don't think that's asking too much. So it's a Friday night here, a version of Nite Lite, folks. Great to have you with me. And our question of the night, and this is a great summer question, is what is your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water? Let me know at 855-752-4842, 855-755 Civic, or you can text us on the app or on the stream if you're watching on X, YouTube, or Facebook. You can also share with us your favorite Caddyshack character. So I would welcome that as well. Love talking about Caddyshack. One of my childhood pleasures, watching Caddyshack. On the stream, Dave Kunish from Marinette. I know Dave. He says the Bay and the Wisconsin River. Now, when he's referring to the Bay, that's the Northeast Wisconsin thing. He means Green Bay. For those of you, there are other bays in Wisconsin, but that's what we mean in Northeast Wisconsin. Of course, the body of water of Green Bay and the Wisconsin River. I don't know that I know the Wisconsin River. Is that by Wisconsin Rapids?
I do not remember.
Yeah. I should school myself more on the waterways of Wisconsin. Sarah, also listening on the stream, says the Peshtigo River and the Crivets area. Yeah, Crivets has Lake Nockabee, beautiful lake. Those are both great stream texts. Thank you guys very much. Great to have you with me tonight. And then going back to the text line, we've got Mark from Prairie du Sac. His favorite Caddyshack character is Judge Smales. Believe me. I love this. Mark even put a line in. One of my favorite Judge Smales lines is when he says to his nephew Spalding, they're coming off the golf course, taking a break, and Spalding's like, I want a hamburger. No, a cheeseburger. I want a milkshake. And then Smales grabs him and says, you'll get nothing and like it. Well done, Mark. Anna from Madison, she's in the 608, says, hi, Pete and Dominic. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Aaron.
It's okay. It's mistaken identity. It's the foundation of a lot of stories. They'll put that in the movie adaptation,
right? Of this show.
Yes.
Aaron and Dom both have those soft, soothing tones. I can see why you would make that mistake, Anna. But Aaron Zomers is in tonight. But Dom was here last night. Did a great job. She says, hi, Pete and Dominic. My favorite body of water, Wisconsin water, is Rock Lake in Lake Mills. Isn't it amazing? Like, I feel like every answer I should know where that is. I don't know that area of the country or of the state.
Yeah, I don't really either. But then again, we do have like 14,000 lakes or something like that. So.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot to ask Frank. He loves getting into it with Minnesota and Wisconsin and that rivalry. I cannot believe I forgot to ask him that. Thank you, Anna, for the text. Jack from Merrimack. Oh, no, that was a phone call. We took that. Pamela from Wisconsin Rapids. She's in the 715, says Wisconsin River. It contains Lake Pettenwell, Castle Rock Lake, Byron Flowage, and more. Beautiful flowing through Wisconsin. I cross it twice a day to and from work. Beautiful in the fall with trees turning colors. Frozen over in the winter. The islands up and down the river, too. Pamela and Wisconsin Rapids.
I guess it does go through rapids.
It does. And that was a great text. Very painted a picture for us there. Thank you very much, Pamela. And then Bridget from the 818 says, McCrossin Lake on the chain of lakes in Wapaka. Beautiful lakes, great swimming, great memories. And a little heart emoji. Well done. Thank you, Bridget from the 818. Yeah, I've been, Wapaka's like, it's weird because when I was growing up and we would go to northern Wisconsin, like Eagle River, Three Lakes, I thought that was like the place. And then I met all these other people that go, oh, no, chain of lakes in Wapaka. Apparently the lakes in Wapaka are so pristine, you can see like to the bottom in 9 feet of water. That's the rap that they have there on the Wapaka chain of lakes. So it's supposed to be absolutely beautiful.
Up north, another really nice lake is Crystal Lake. Yes, that Crystal Lake.
Oh, wow.
There's a Boy Scout camp, Camp Tusomis, that's on Crystal Lake, also near the Rhinelander area. And it is the same one they filmed the first Friday the 13th at.
Wait a minute. They actually filmed it there?
Yes. And
No
at least
kidding.
that's my knowledge.
Wow.
And also, what was I going to say? It's called Crystal Lake just because it is very clear and you can see the bottom. And it's really nice to swim there.
Rhinelander?
In that area.
area?
I don't remember exactly where it is.
That nape of the way? Okay. Oh, that'd be cool. I feel like I would have known that, but maybe not.
Maybe they just made it up to spook the kids. I don't know. That's very possible.
Or to get tourist dollars, whatever. Maybe it was. Who knows? Mark from Prairie du Sac. Oh, here's his clarification text when he said he found a butter knife floating in the water. He says it was a butcher knife. Damn spell checker. Would a butcher knife float?
Maybe if the handle's big enough.
I guess so. Jim from Appleton, he's in the 920, says, favorite body of water in Wisconsin that depends on what I'm doing. If I'm fishing, it is the Wolf River. If I'm in a sailboat, it is Lake Winnebago. Very well done. Very diplomatic, Jim. Thank you, buddy. Paul from Bayview says, Devil's Lake, great trails, great views. Do you mind Googling Devil's Lake? I feel like that's in southern Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's near Baraboo.
Okay. All right. Nice, Paul. Thank you. Catherine. That was from Catherine's phone call. That's still up here? Oh, I'm way behind on text. Susan from McFarland, she's in the 608, says, hi, I guess I would have to say my favorite two lakes are Lake Superior because I love being up in the North Woods area. And then in the Madison area would be Devil's Lake. Exploring the bluffs in that area is amazing. There you go. Good recall there, Aaron. Thank you, Susan. Great to hear from all of you. It's not too late to get in on the fun. If you have a favorite Wisconsin body of water or lake, let us know. And we'll read your text on the radio. I want to get back to Caddyshack because this is, a
quick
got?
update.
Yeah, for sure.
I fact-checked myself. Turns out they did make it up to spook the kids. The Crystal Lake scenes were shot at a Boy Scout camp, but it was one in New Jersey.
Our lakes are better than New Jersey. Why would they shoot that in New Jersey?
I don't know, but I feel betrayed by the people staffing the Scout camp.
I can't believe Scout leaders would lie like that. Our lakes seem more authentic, but I also don't want to say like Wisconsin lakes seem more horrifying either. I mean, that is a horror film.
Very much so.
So, all right, I want to get back to some Judge Smales talk because I identified him as my favorite, and I think it was Jack from Merrimack said it was his favorite character too. Judge Smales from Caddyshack, played by Ted Knight, because the obvious ones are Bill Murray, who played Carl the greenskeeper. He was bucking for promotion, though, wanted to be the head greenskeeper. It was Mark from Prairie du Sac, actually, who said Judge Smales. And Chevy Chase was very funny, too. So condescending. Rodney Dangerfield was hilarious. But my favorite is Judge Smales. I love Ted Knight, and I think he's an absolute treasure. Whether he was on, like, the Mary Tyler Moore Show or in a movie like Caddyshack, just great stuff. So we have a couple clips that we'll get to for Judge Smales in just a minute. We might have a surprise guest stopping by too after the next short break. Do we have a call?
Well, if I didn't accidentally hang up on her, we would have. Ollie in the Northwoods, please call back in.
Please call back, Ollie.
It didn't register me pressing the button I tried to press.
It's these damn Madison soundboards. Do we have time to play should we save them or do we have time to play a Judge Smales?
We have time to do either one.
Let's do one of them. This is Judge Smales classically christening his sailboat when he is interrupted by Rodney Dangerfield and his much bigger boat.
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat. But the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts aren't too tight in the seat. Okay, Pookie, do the honors.
Bless this.
So great. That's Judge Smales. We probably don't have time for the other one. So you said you've only seen the TV version.
Yes, I've only seen the TV version, and I was definitely too young to be watching Caddyshack.
Okay.
And I had to keep asking my dad questions, and he had to be judicious about which ones to answer and in what detail. But my most strong memories are, of course, when we were talking with this lip off to the side and building little animals out of plastic explosives to play with the gopher and finally get him, and then just blow up the whole golf course.
So great. I mean, it's just like that's all we did in high school was imitate Bill Murray in Caddyshack. So we'll have another Smales clip. We're going to do a very short break. We have a surprise guest who just stopped by too, and we're going to talk about the movie F1 because you haven't seen it, right?
I have not.
Okay. So you can contribute. You kind of, when we were just talking during the break though, you sounded like you kind of knew we had friends that saw it.
I have friends that saw it, but also it what they said is exactly what I expected, which is to say,
Dave on the stream says, below the Sauk Prairie Dam. Is that the river? I don't know.
Presumably.
It's a wonderful body of water. Share with us your favorite Wisconsin lake or body of water. We live in a beautiful state, folks. It is summer. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on a Friday. We're coming right back, and we're having fun in Madison with Aaron Zommers. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Dear, I'm starved, and it breaks my heart. When it did I fall, I wanna cry, cry, cry alone. When you feel that blue.
At 5:30, it's Just Merle and a Girl, and Thursdays on the Patio feature singer-songwriter Shelley Faith.
Well, hey, bartender, won't you pour me another?
Music starts at 5:30. It's live music on the patio at the Lazy Oaf Lounge every Tuesday and Thursday. The Lazy Oaf Lounge, 1617 North Stoughton Road in Madison. Find specials, menus, and more at lazyoaflounge.com.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Feeling stressed, frustrated, ready to break something? Come to Crashbox Therapy, Madison's newest therapy experience. Throw some plates, hammer a toaster, smash your stress away, and feel the relief. You worked all week, you deserve a break. Literally. Great for corporate events, holiday get-togethers, or any day ending in Y. Book your session now at CrashboxTherapy.com. 319 Beltline Highway, right next to Pitcher's Pub. Crashbox Therapy. Come let it all out safely, loudly, and guilt-free. Make your appointment at CrashboxTherapy.com.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable.
Soundtrack to the movie F1.
It really is. It's great
Some
music.
Hans Zimmer.
I recognize him.
That's the voice of Joe Schwaba. No relation. Just
Hello.
kidding. Joe, how are you? It's my son Joe
I'm
joining us
good.
now for the last few minutes of our live show.
Glad to be here.
It's great to have you. You drove over from Milwaukee. How was traffic?
It was awful. It was terrible.
Was it really? Between Milwaukee and Madison?
It wasn't bad. It's a nice drive.
Yeah.
It's actually very
It's not too
beautiful.
bad. Yeah. We're going to go out and paint the town in just a few minutes. Folks, I'm off on Monday. We'll have a best of episode airing Monday. And then Tuesday we'll be back live, back on the home court at UW. I always say UW. I mean WGBW with Laughable Productions at Ben Giles. Ben is running a comedy contest in Oshkosh to find Oshkosh's funniest person. We're going to get an update. It's a months-long process. And then my pal and If Walls Could Talk host, Movie Break host, and Travel Tales podcast host Mike Siegel will be here Tuesday night as well. But we got great guests next week. Matt Miller will be here. Matt and Aaron Ayers, Greg Bach will be joining the show next Thursday. That will be fantastic. And then Terry Barr as well. And but right now we've got a few more minutes, and then at 7:35 we've got Terry Barr. That's pre-recorded. So if you have a text about your favorite lake and can get it in quickly, send it in now, folks. But we do have Ollie back on the phone, so let's take that call and find out what's up with Ollie. Hey, Ollie.
Oops, I got dropped.
I know.
Yeah, my bad.
favorite lakes are, I love Lake Superior anywhere, basically on it. Bayfield and Apostle Islands are just lovely. And also the Namakagon River, which runs down from by Hayward. And there's some excellent tubing if anybody just has a lazy summer Sunday. That's a great place to go.
Ollie, I think you and I, one of these days, need to go tubing together. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think I'd probably drown now.
I'll keep my eye on you.
And I'm betting the water is high as can be now this year.
Ollie, thank you for the call, and thanks for calling back. Sorry we dropped the first call, but
no problem.
have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, that's Ollie from the North Woods. Nobody said Bayfield tonight. That's supposed to be gorgeous up there in the Apostle Islands. I've never been.
I haven't either, but I would like to.
Yeah, same. Maybe we ought to get a Civic Media road trip. Joe Schwaba joining me for the last few minutes of the broadcast tonight. Joe, it's good to see you, my oldest son. You saw F1. We talked about this a little bit. I liked it, fine. I didn't love it, and you thought I was being too hard on it. Explain yourself, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you enjoy fun?
Fun in the movie theater? Yes, I do.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like an amusement park ride. This movie.
It is.
I
It's
think.
good. Yeah.
I mean, everybody just heard the music. I mean, the music will get you very pumped up. I think it was just, a nice kind of stereotypical Hollywood sports movie.
That's a great way to put it. The music was great. My issue with the music was it was wall to wall. I don't think there's a moment in the movie where there isn't music playing. It's like a video.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of what it's going for, though. Just when it starts, it's really nonstop until the end.
I mean, look, the racing scenes were great. The CGI was pretty cool. I give you that. But I just, as a movie, and it was like 2 hours, was it 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that?
It was long. It was a long movie. I'm not saying you couldn't trim off maybe 20 minutes,
Right.
and it might make it a little better or at least more digestible. But I don't know. I mean, I thought it had really all the elements to, it got me. It got me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great sports movie. It kind of has all of the elements. It has the young, cocky rookie.
Right.
It has the old, grizzled veteran that wants. I mean, it's not reinventing the wheel, right?
No, it's
but
not.
it's fun. I mean, I went with my friend, and both of us agreed after the movie was over, like, dude, we got to go work out or something.
We got to go learn how to drive.
We got to go. I mean, why did I go to college? Why didn't I? I mean, I'm going to ask you this. Why didn't you get me in an F1 cockpit right away? My life could be so awesome.
I'll take responsibility for that. I think the coolest part of the movie for me was when they would change the tires. The pit crew, how fast they were. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, a lot of parts of the movie were cool. I think that was cool. I think the actual racing was cool.
Listen, and I don't mean to cut you off. We're short on time. Aaron Zommers is a huge Star Wars fan. You're a Star Wars fan.
Oh, my gosh.
He has commented on your quotes before on your... But you guys, real quick, before we get out of here, favorite Star Wars movies? You guys can do a tete-a-tete?
Oh, man, you love framing me as the Star Wars guy when I come in. I love it. I mean, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, you
Me
should
too.
be.
Me too.
It's a phenomenal franchise.
Yeah, tell me.
I think
please.
I gotta say that Empire Strikes Back is probably the best quality-wise, but
sure.
Revenge of the Sith will always have a soft spot in my heart as the first one I got to see in theaters. And it's campy, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I love watching Revenge of the Sith. Very, very watchable movie. I don't know what that means, but it feels right when I say it. I also love The Empire Strikes Back. That's probably my favorite.
Not a super controversial opinion.
Yeah, right. Like, that's the right answer to give.
I think my biggest complaint with the whole franchise, they killed Liam Neeson off too quick. He was a really cool character. Qui-Gon, right?
Yeah.
They killed him off too quick.
That's the nice thing about some of the other, like the Clone Wars stuff, is you get to explore his character a little bit more.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that they didn't. I mean, I don't think it's Liam Neeson anymore, but it's the same character at least.
Right.
Yeah. Clone Wars is awesome.
Agreed.
Guys, this was
Agreed.
fun. Joe, thank you for getting here in time to come on the air for a couple of minutes, talk a little F1. Thank you, everybody. Don't go away. Terry Barr is next. His pre-recorded content. We talked to Terry yesterday. Zomers, thank you for a fun week, buddy. Great working with you.
Thank you.
Joe, thanks for coming up.
Thank you. Go watch F1.
Everybody. Go watch F1. Have a great weekend, everybody. We're coming right back with Barman Friday night. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Madison, real news and great conversation. 92.7 WMDX. As Wisconsin is cheering on the Brew Crew. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. A suspect is in custody after a deadly shooting at the University of New Mexico this morning. Campus police say shots were fired at a student housing complex. The suspect arrested by U.S. Marshals at an apartment. A Southwest flight from Burbank to Las Vegas violently dropped hundreds of feet this afternoon as a pilot tried to avoid a midair collision with an old former British fighter jet.
It's not clear why that 66-year-old retired fighter jet was in the area or how close it was to that Southwest plane, but 2 flight attendants were injured, and the FAA is now investigating.
ABC's Trevor Ault. Lori Daybell, the so-called doomsday mother who was convicted of killing her children and 5th husband's wife in Idaho, has been sentenced in Arizona to 2 more life sentences on top of the life term she's already been serving in Idaho. Sources say it was Jeffrey Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell herself that initiated the meeting yesterday and today with the Justice Department. She answered questions for about 9 hours. This is ABC News.
Watch out for Matthew Golden. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports from the Packers training camp, where rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden is turning heads on the practice field. The first-round pick catching short passes, then turning upfield for big gains. Packers safety Evan Williams.
Obviously, it's the first couple days, so we'll see how he can consistently go. But, I mean, to know that you have a guy like that that can, bring a level of explosiveness to the offense, it's exciting, man.
Baseball, the Brewers opening a series against the Marlins in Milwaukee. Will they make a trade before the deadline next week? Pat Murphy says, let's not discuss in front of the players.
You just can't let it get in there. I'll answer questions. I'll openly talk about different things that they're discussing, but that's their job, the front office, and they do a great job of it. Yeah, I'm just worried about this club, the group in the clubhouse right now, and what's going on with them, and I don't want them looking over their shoulder or whatever, and I just want them thinking about, hey, how can I help the team win tonight? How do I help?
That's Brewers manager Pat Murphy with Sports on Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. As far as episodic TV goes, nothing gets me more excited than a well-done cop show. There have been 2 spinoffs so far from the Amazon Prime cop show Bosch, a show about a stubborn, uncompromising police detective played by Titus Welliver. In a new cop show, Welliver heads up the cast in Westies. According to Collider, Welliver plays Glenn Keenan, a Vietnam vet and gritty beat cop. The story is set in the early 80s in Hell's Kitchen in New York and follows the Westies, a real-life Irish street gang, as they try to carve out a piece of the action despite being a much smaller force than the Mafia's 5 families of New York. Welliver calls his character deeply corrupt and very dark, but also nuanced. Joining him in the cast are J.K. Simmons, Tom Brittney, Jessica Francis Duke, and just added additions Sarah Bolger and Stanley Morgan. The Westies will drop on MGM Plus sometime in 2026. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is hitting the road on your Harley. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. For tonight, we'll see some showers developing. Mostly cloudy skies, some patchy fog. Our morning low in the upper 60s with a light east breeze. On Saturday, showers and storms, especially the first half of the day, then turning sunny and mid-80s. Right now, it's 79.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
Joe Thomas grew up in Brookfield, Wisconsin, and had Hall of Fame football careers with the Badgers and Cleveland Browns. So what's his passion now? Well, join us Tuesday when Joe Thomas sits down with Brady Ewing and me for a special on-location show from Six Springs Farm, the home to Hall of Fame beef. Catching up with Joe Thomas, Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss it.
The Todd Albaugh Show, weekdays 2 to 4 on your local Civic Media radio station and on the app. The Maggie Dawn Show.
We've got Chris from Nina. What's your thought this afternoon, Chris?
Oftentimes you have only one set of viewers that will watch Fox News or watch CNN. What I really actually love and respect from all your viewers is the fact that you tend to have viewers that think on both sides of the aisle. To be open-minded, you need to be willing to listen and learn and possibly change your mind. You don't have to change your mind, but just being willing to listen.
The award-winning Maggie Dawn Show. Weekday afternoons from 4 until 6. Todd Alba.
Hey, everybody, join us next time. We'll take a look back at the Wisconsin news headlines for the weekend, who may be in the running for governor next, and previewing our Tuesday show with Joe Thomas.
Time to check out original music with Bar Band Friday on Nite Lite. Now, your host, Pete Schwaba, and special guest, Terry Barr.
Oh, this is one of my favorite times of the week, folks, with one of my favorite guests of the week. See how that works out? It just all lines up, and it's a Friday. It's like Christmas Day here at the end of the week. It is my pleasure to welcome one of, as I said, my favorite guests, not just on Nite Lite, but on any show. You know what? She's even a great house guest. She's just a great guest. So if you ever have her over, she's keep that in mind. She's one of the hosts of Max Inc. Radio here on WMDX in Madison, and our Wisconsin music expert, Terry Barr, joins me now for Bar Band Friday. Hello, Terry.
Happy Friday to you, Pete, and to everyone joining us.
Yes, Aaron Zommers sitting in for the K-Man tonight. He's been a big help here, too, so this is great that the three of us get to spend this time together. And are you having a good day? How's it going, Terry?
You know, when you hit Friday, it's always a good day, right? You know, you feel like, okay, I have done as much as I can this week, and it's Friday night. It has to be done.
Do you?
It's time for a break.
We were just talking before we came on about all the things you do at Civic Media. Like, do you work on the weekends, or do you work your butt off during the week and say, I'm done, I'm taking 2 days? I tend to work all the time. Like, I have no hours, and I've heard that's not good, but what do you do? What's your approach?
Yeah. You know what, then? You and I are the same.
Okay.
I tend to also never turn it off.
Yeah.
The only time I really am able to not look at my phone, not do anything on the computer, is if I'm actually far away, and that gives me the excuse that, oh, maybe my Wi-Fi isn't working right now. It's something like that, or I'm off and you need to leave me alone.
No, I get it. That makes perfect sense. Well, it is a Bar Band Friday night. Our question, Terry, tonight is favorite Wisconsin lake. Do you have one?
I do. I grew up in northeast central Wisconsin, so I am going to say my favorite lake is Shawano Lake.
Nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. You have a
Beautiful beach.
Yeah.
And a lot of really fun supper clubs and bars, restaurants all around it. And it was one of those I remember as a kid. Now they're open and remodeled again and doing live music again. So as you can imagine, it was one of my favorite spots. They would have live music out on a dock on
nice.
Shawano Lake.
Don't you
it was
love
the
that?
best.
Yeah, that's so great. That's a great lake and a great choice. And again, I'm not surprised to know you have a long history there with Shawano. Hey, I have to give you another shout out too, because yesterday, 2 days ago, I'm sorry, on Wednesday, Kaylin Cole came in again. It just happened that she was in Madison, and she said, I have a new song dropping in 2 days. You know, do you want to do a preview? And I said, absolutely. So she is so fun. She brought her mom, who is not her manager. We established that, but
not the momager.
Not the momager, no. But Kaylin is so much fun, and she played the song "Mistreated Right," which I guess comes out tomorrow or on actually today, I think. And she played it acoustically in the studio. But then she played the produced version in a file on Wednesday night, and what a great song! And thank you again for introducing us.
I'm so glad that she thinks of you and to go on your show and to preview a song that isn't even out. That is amazing. So I guess if I want to listen to this, I need to go back to the podcast on our website on Wednesday to find it.
Yes. And it sounds great. The composition of it is great. It's very well produced. And as you know, she's a very fun guest. So yes, thank you so much.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, let's talk. Let's get to some Bar Band Friday fun stuff here. We've got an artist tonight that you're introducing us to, Dana Perry. I'm not familiar with her work, but I'm sure I will be in about 10 minutes. And I heard the songs you sent. She's great. Tell us all about Dana Perry.
She is just one of those that does everything on the music scene. She is a teacher. She books artists. I think they're up to 3 times a week now at a place known as Cargo Coffee. It's on East Washington in Madison.
Okay.
She also assists as an instructor at Girls Rock Camp and Ladies Rock Camp. And then she just took on the new role as executive director of the Madison Area Music Association. She's very familiar with the group because she already has won 15 of those Madison Area Music Awards. So she knows what she's doing. And she has 7 original music albums out.
Wow. Yeah,
Always
I saw
working
that.
on new music.
I saw that 15-time winner of the Madison Area Music Awards. She won Acoustic Guitarist of the Year in 2019, Folk Americana Performer of the Year in 2020, and Best Female Vocalist in 2021. Just to name 3 of the 15. That's incredible.
Right. Here's something very fun, Pete. Coldplay was in town a week ago.
Sure.
They decided to get a hold of the Madison Area Music Association and make a wonderful donation to the organization. A whole bunch of keyboards, brand new keyboards, full size, still in the box, donated to the mamas. Dana is the one that got to go pick them up. And we are now going to look for kids that maybe couldn't afford a keyboard, maybe a school that their keyboards are broken.
Wow.
So that's really the heart of what this organization does. And Dana is now the heartbeat of it. She really is.
That is really cool. And
Isn't that something?
It's good to know that Coldplay is known for something other than outing people who are cheating on each other, at least here in Madison now.
Yep. Oopsie.
You know what would have been really funny is if you were unaware of what happened at the Coldplay concert a couple weeks ago. That would have been really funny. You had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah. And I bet there's still maybe a few, but probably not very many.
Right. All right. So Dana Perry calls herself an Evo folk artist. What is that?
I think Evo for her means she's always evolving. You could go back and listen to really early songs and it's almost like simple folk music. But as she started to find her groove and find what the music means to her, wow. I mean, she stepped up her guitar playing. She has this amazing rhythm where it sounds like it's more than one guitar, or sometimes she makes her guitar sound like a drum. So she's playing guitar and tapping on it. I've only seen 2 other musicians be able to sort of pull that off. She could do that as a solo artist, which makes her music sound that much bigger, or she can do it with a band that just kind of gives it that extra oomph, I would say.
Okay, well, let's get to a song, right? What do you say?
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
so this
let's
is Dana Perry. We're going to play Tunes and Conversation first. Is that cool?
That sounds great.
All right, fantastic. Here is Dana Perry by way of Terry Barr on a Bar Band Friday night and the song Tunes and Conversation.
This song's gonna taste so good. Been feeling this groove in my tum-tum, urging this body to move. Now I got this melody, it's been singing to me, and I'll sing it to you if you want me to. Don't mind me, just gonna leave a few tunes right here. I don't mind you turning back back to your conversation, 'cause I can see you tapping your toes as you carry on sipping your beer. Did you notice you're nodding in time as you're chatting along, saying, yeah, man, I feel that. So I'll just sing a little melody right into the noise, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation. Sing a little melody right into the moment, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation. So hard to fit these words inside that melody, and you worked so hard all week just to get yourself here tonight. So why not put it all down and meet me here inside this song? Raise a glass and toast to the magic of sound. Can you hear that ringing out in key? So I'll just sing a little melody right into the noise, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation. Sing a little melody right into the moment, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation. Sounds right next to this one right here. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. And so I'll sing a little melody right into the noise, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation. Sing a little melody right into the moment, and we'll fill the air with tunes and conversation.
Great song. Yeah. I love the ambiance of that. It really does make you feel like you're in a coffee house. That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, that one's really fun, isn't it? Yeah.
And I think in her bio on her website, it says she's just as comfortable playing a festival as she is in a coffee shop or with friends. I mean, I just love artists like that.
Absolutely. You know, and she plays solo, as I had mentioned to you. She has a band as well, and she recently formed they're called the Prairie Flowers, brand new on the local music scene. 3 women together, and they all play instruments, and the harmony, I've been told, is amazing. So I can't wait to see the Prairie Flowers with Dana.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how many more mommies she has in her future. That's pretty impressive.
Lots of awards.
Yeah. So we have another song of hers we'll play after this very short break. Please don't go anywhere, folks. It's Bar Band Friday Night. Terry Barr is here. She's our Wisconsin music expert and one of the co-hosts of Max Inc. Radio on WMDX here in Madison. So we have a few more minutes with Terry when we come back, and the song connection coming up right after this quick break. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Aaron Zommers behind the board tonight. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Come Come work with us. Civic Media has a number of great jobs across the state. Open now at civicmedia.us/careers.
Tons of glass artists share the same passion for eye-catching art as Ignite Glass and Gifts, so we're showcasing their work alongside our talented local artists and our in-house Ignite artists. The latest techniques, the hottest colors, and mind-blowing designs are here for you to enjoy. Madison's favorite for glass, gifts, and vape, Ignite Glass and Gifts, Monona Drive, Williamson Street, and Odana Road, plus igniteGlassandGifts.com. Do your eyes a favor and see this stuff.
Looking to strengthen the bond with your pup? Dane County Humane Society offers a variety of dog training classes led by certified trainers. Classes are designed to help you and your furry friend learn new skills, improve behavior, and deepen your connection. Whether your dog is a curious puppy, an independent teenager, or a lifelong learner, DCHS has the tools and expertise to help you set the stage for a successful year ahead. Visit giveshelter.org/dog training to register today.
Today's job market is full of demand for skilled trade workers. Electricians, welders, mechanics, these and other trades are the backbone of every community. They're also a huge part in making sure the Army National Guard is always fulfilling its mission of service to our country and communities. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. The skilled trades these soldiers perform are the same ones needed in today's civilian workforce. Army National Guard soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. With options from plumber to helicopter mechanic and everything in between, soldiers are able to select the trades that best fit their lives. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession and serve your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Sugar River Pizza and the John and Gordy Show have both been nominated for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison. Thanks for your vote. To celebrate, they're throwing Sugar River Pizza parties at workplaces around Madison all summer. If your workplace would like a Best of Madison pizza party with Sugar River Pizza and John and Gordy, get to WMDXradio.com and tell us why.
We promise not to embarrass you in front of your boss.
Everyone's already seen you do the I am the walrus bit with the breadsticks, Gordy.
Go to WMDXradio.com for all the details.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
So I know that's Chuck Mangione, but I don't. I have to admit, this is embarrassing. I only know Feels So Good.
Honestly, me too.
Terry, do you know this song?
This one I am not familiar with. Oh, no.
Aaron, going to the B-sides. I love it. Hey, welcome back to Nite Lite. This is Pete Schwaba. I'm joined tonight by my co-host here on Friday nights for this segment, Terry Barr, for Bar Band Friday Night. And we're talking about an artist called Dana Perry, and she's great. We just heard the song Tunes in Conversation, and we should probably play this before we run out of time and then finish our discussion about Dana. Sound good, Terry?
Sounds great, Pete. Let's do it.
So we have the song Connection. This is also Dana Perry, and we will discuss the song after we hear it.
Inside the ocean and drift away with my wayward self, sing songs of gratitude before I leave this place. Seems there's no harder pill to swallow than the acceptance of our power and worth. We're all creators, and it's time I embrace new skin. Everything is safe now, gotta make a move. Nobody told me that I could feel so strong. What am I fearing? Why do I worry at all? 'Cause I can feel that connection now. I don't know how I know, but I know that I can't be afraid to feel this beautiful. I'm a superhero with the power to change perception of reality through frequency and harmony with this guitar. We're living in a world that's interactive, and we're deserving of the life we choose. Relax into your vessel and leave no room for doubt. If you want an answer, you gotta ask the question. Nobody told me that I could feel so strong. What am I fearing? Why do I worry at all? 'Cause I can feel that connection now. I don't know how I know, but I know that I can't be afraid to feel this beautiful. Gonna wrap myself inside the ocean and drift away with my wayward self. Sing songs of gratitude before I leave this place. Nobody told me that I could feel so strong. I'm not afraid now, no, I'm not worried at all. 'Cause I can feel that connection now. I don't know how I know, but I know that I can't be afraid to be this beautiful.
She just like, I just kind of want to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Is that weird? Like
No,
listening to her
not at
lyrics.
all.
She'd probably be fun to have a
She's
cup of
such a
coffee
good
with.
soul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Another swish, Terry. Thank you so much for these
And
are
if you
great.
want to check her out, she has shows still this month. New Glarus, Mount Horeb, Madison. You can find more at danaperrymusic.com.
Okay. Any dates coming up in the immediate area here?
Yeah, all of those are still in July.
Oh, wow.
And I know
okay.
we don't have much of July left, but New Glarus,
Nice.
Mount Horeb, and Madison.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. I thought you meant. Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Long
You were
week.
still thinking about the conversation you want to have with
I
her.
do. These are the things I'm going to bring up, Terry, thank you so much as always. Have a great weekend. Try to find some time to get a little breather, will you?
You got it. And you too, Pete. Thank
All right,
you.
will
And
do.
thanks, Aaron.
It's a Bar Band Friday night. That's our Bar Band pal, Terry Barr. Thank you also to Frank Anderson. Check out wisconsinology.com. And thank you for all your texts and calls. Thank you to Mr. Aaron Zommers. I hope you don't take any bad habits back to the Todd Alba show, Aaron, after working with me.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Maybe, did you develop a good habit, do you think?
I don't know. I did stop clipping my toenails over the boards.
Oh, that's a callback from the other night. I love it. All right. Thank you to Aaron Zommers on behalf of everyone who's helped me out here this week in Madison. Thank you so much, and have a great night, Wisconsin, and have a great weekend, everybody.